Hey guys, this is Mike Cornell, and today I wanted to talk about the three things I learned from training with a four-time boxing Mexican champion. I've been training with him for about 3 months, and I have just become such a big fan of boxing. Like, it's really taking me back to my younger days where I used to play soccer all day, every day, and it was all I did. So this is giving me the same feeling. And yeah, so basically, I love boxing now. And I love everything about it, even the sparring, even, feeling sore from sparring, stuff like that. It's just been such a great experience. So what I'm going to talk about today is three things I learned from training with a Mexican champion that you can take into your life. So for me, so three things. The first thing is this guy is absolutely obsessed. And when I say like obsessed, like literally all, he's got 3 gyms and he's literally training people all day. And that's all he does, and he loves doing it. I've never seen his motivation, like I've never seen him lose interest in our sessions. It's like he's totally laser focused when he's training me, and it's crazy. But I talk to him a lot, and literally all he does is train, and he helps train people, and he does inspirational talks to the boxing unions, I guess you could say, and he does a lot of boxing speeches, motivational speeches for colleges as well. I mean, this guy's really he's one of those people that he's so good at so many different things. He was actually a soccer player, a professional, and he was also a professional football player. And I know you're probably thinking I'm crazy, but I've literally played soccer with him, so I know how good he is. I could see like he's pretty fucking good. He knows what he's doing. And so he played professional soccer for 8 years, and then he also played professional football in Mexico for, I believe it was 4 years, something like that. Regardless, he did both, and he played at high level. He did a bunch of sports. He's obsessed with sports. Like, that's actually one thing about him, is like he's obsessed with sports. He knows so many sports. He knows how to be a drummer. He knows how to do multiple things. But literally, the guy is just naturally obsessed. And it just goes to show you need to start going towards things you actually like to do or love to do. Because when you like to do it and it's something that is very fulfilling, it's super easy to do. And that's one thing I learned from him, is like he's obsessed, not just because he's like, oh yeah, I want to be obsessed, I want to just make this my life. He literally is making the sports his life. It's like he is being obsessed because that's just who he is. So that's just one thing that I really admire about him, is that he's just, he's just top tier in everything he does. Number 2. So he is actually, one thing I learned from him in boxing in general is 4-time world champion. He's told me his stories of how he went to USA the illegal way, and his story is just amazing, and I think he's coming out with a movie for his story, but his story is amazing. And regardless of what you think about, that sort of thing, crossing the border, he crossed the border, and then he started at 27 years old, and then he became a boxing champion. He started training in USA, and then he became a boxing champion over time. And he's so humble. So the number 2 thing I love from him is like he's so fucking humble for everything he's been through, it's just like he's humble about it all. It's like he doesn't like walk, run around trying to brag about stuff, and he's like very easygoing. And that is just something that I super admire about him, is how relatable he is. Like, even though he's a champion, 4-time boxing champion, and he is like this guy that's so accomplished in multiple things, he still is very relatable to children and people of all ages, adults. And so I just find that like so inspiring, because when you've done that much, a lot of times people will become cocky, arrogant, and of course you need a level of confidence that might seem arrogant to others, but he never really overdid it. If anything, he's the exact opposite. And I think he just sees himself as a servant to boxing in general. So, and then like to his gyms and stuff, and all his coaching clients that he does, I just think he just sees himself as a servant. And that's the last thing that I learned from him that is so fucking inspiring, is the man really is a servant. And I'm talking about all attributes. He is a literal servant to his clients. He's a servant to his family. And he's a servant to everything he's a part of. And it's amazing to watch how much he honors every single thing. Like, from my point of view, when I see him, I see how he honors his family, his wife, his everything. And that's just, to me, that's so inspiring. So, if you're an up and coming boxer, these are or you're in sports, and, these are things to really try to emulate, try to be. And I am trying to be that too as well. And, I just think it's so inspiring. So anyways, long story short, what I will be doing is dropping his boxing gym information. If you ever want to come to Mexico City and box, I'm going to put his information in the description. I'll put, I think he's got other links too. He's been in some movies and some Netflix series here in Mexico. So I'm gonna see if he could send me the links to his specific clips and stuff like that. So that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and take care.